Welcome back to Flashback Friday here on Start Your Systems. I'm your host, Kellen Brower, and today we're going to play Jeremy McGrath Supercross 2000. This is one that you guys have requested a lot since we've really brought the Flashback Friday series back. This is one of the two Jeremy McGrath Supercross series games. There's a lot of Jeremy McGrath Supercross games, but this one specifically was made by Acclaim Sports, and it stemmed off of the original Jeremy McGrath Supercross 98. I like this game. I was not the hugest fan of this game, but I definitely played it a lot. So we can jump in today and kind of do some fun stuff, shall we? So first, just looking through the track list, it's pretty cool to see, like, we have Supercross tracks, and they're not replicas either, but there's Supercross. We got Tempe, Seattle, Indianapolis, Atlanta, Minneapolis, St. Louis, Dallas, all tracks that were here or like part of the series in Supercross by the year 2000. But then we also have Glen Helen. We have Motocross 338, which is Southwick. We have Steel City. We have Washougal. We have Spring Creek, Redbud, Budds Creek, Broome, Tioga. So we have a lot of options beyond just the Supercross tracks that are available in the game too, which I think is pretty rad. Let's do St. Louis. Let's do a little 4-lap race here on this, and then we'll do some outdoors. So quickly running through some of the people that are in the game. We got Jeremy McGrath, John Dowd, Greg Albertine, Jimmy Button, Kevin Windham, Sebastian Tortelli, Travis Pastrana, Nathan Ramsey in the 250 class, and there's also, I think, more characters in the 125 class. Let's just be Travis Pastrana. I mean, it is Jeremy McGrath Supercross 2000, but I think we can play as Travis Pastrana, can we? All right, so we're going to do this race here in St. Louis. Finally, the sound comes through. I don't know why the sound effects are so low, but we're off and running and racing this. And this is one of those games where you can kind of hold it pretty wide open just about everywhere. The jumps were not that intense or that crazy. I feel like it was a PS1 game. I mean, and I think it's also on GameCube and N64 as well. But, you know, this is a sign of the times, like Jeremy McGrath Supercross 98, which was pretty much the first console game I ever played around this time. Definitely did not look even as good as this, obviously 2 years before. So it's not the most visually appealing game of all time or anything like that, but it's a decent looking game for the time and pretty simple to play. Just gotta go fast and turn pretty much. I'm playing this on my keyboard even. That's how simple it is to play. Oh, almost went down right there. I don't remember if you can actually crash in this game or not. I don't think you can. But yeah, for me, this game is fun. I don't mind it one bit. But around this time is when we started having EA Sports Supercross really taking off. We had a couple other games. I was a big PC gamer at the start too, so I was playing like Motocross Madness and stuff around this time too. And it's not that this game is bad at all. Like, and if it came out maybe a year or two before this, I probably would have been playing it a lot growing up. But I, for whatever reason, just didn't like play this a ton. I played it a lot. I beat the game probably more times than I can count, but I just know that there were other games around this time that I feel like I played more. So for some people, this is like a probably huge nostalgia trip, but for me, it's kind of like, oh yeah, I remember playing it, but I'm not like super invested in it. So curious what others thought of that as well, because being, you know, I was 7 when this game came out. To me, I was like, okay, cool, but you know, there's some other fun stuff to do as well. So always curious what your guys' thoughts are on that. Oh, okay, you can actually crash. I forgot that you can fall off the bike. So that's kind of cool. I mean, I guess if you get something really wrong, you can fall off. And although it's very stick figure-ish the way that the rider rides and everything like that, I mean, it's a PS1 game. I don't think that this is actually all that bad considering what we had to play with at that time. And again, I just crashed again. These Alpine Stars tough blocks are killing me. Try to win this race, though, and bring it home. And then, like I said, I want to do a national track. So we'll do a national track after this. And then there's even a track editor in this game that we can go check out afterwards. And I wish I could play some of the music. Again, a lot of these games around this time had really good music. But unfortunately, YouTube would just straight up demonetize us if we ever tried to play any type of good old-fashioned music from the good old days. So here's a little look at the Supercross in Jeremy McGrath Supercross 2000. Let's go check out some of the other fun stuff. All right, so we're going to play Spring Creek here, and we're actually going to race 125s this time, so we're going to change it up a little bit. Hear what these bikes sound like. Sound a little bit rough around the edges. But just, I wanted to play Spring Creek, or a track that's more modern, because like Glen Helen, Broome, Tioga, Steel City, all tracks that no longer, well, I mean, Glen Helen exists, but, and so does Broome, Tioga, but they're just not on the schedule anymore. But, you know, to play a more current track so you guys can see that it's obviously not like an exact replica, but we have like the uphills and downhills from Millville. And then it's, you know, a little bit more of like that sandier looking dirt, I guess, that Millville has. But for the most part, like, they just kind of took a rough estimate of what Spring Creek is supposed to look like and just threw some stuff together. We got switchbacks. This is where the step up should be. And then you got the, you know, the Holy Schmidt finish line jump thing over here. And then a turn up this hill, which isn't even there at the track. And then you go through the first turn complex and then bam, down the straightaway behind the start area. And then this is where the whoops are supposed to be over here, the Millville whoops, but they're not. There's no Millville whoops over there. Sad. And then, ooh, this game's lagging a little bit when you turn back and have all the characters in front of you. Maybe this is supposed to be the Millville whoops, but technically this is where the Chatapult is these days. Anyway, so yeah, Jeremy McGrath playing as him on a 125, and I was actually dead wrong. There are not other characters available to play on a 125. It's all just the same characters that you have. But I will say, you know, credit where credit is due a little bit here. They got some big names in this game. You know, aside from having Jeremy McGrath's name associated with it and on the cover, to have Travis Pastrana, Kevin Windham, guys like that in the game when they were not in the Supercross games is pretty cool. And that's, I mean, to, you know, a little peek behind the curtain, I guess that's pretty much why they were not in the Supercross games at the time, because they had their own deals with these video games to, you know, make a video game or be a part of a video game. So when EA Sports puts out the Supercross video games and tries to get the licensing rights and all the riders and stuff like that, well, the riders are not actually, you know, owned by what at that time was Pace Motorsports and is now known as Feld. They're not known by, or not owned by those entities, so they can't use their likeness for all that stuff. And it's the same reason why every year the Supercross video games, they don't always have every single top rider, because they, you know, they have to basically pay every single rider a fee to be able to be in the video game. So this is, you know, probably why Jeremy McGrath, Travis Pastrana, John Dowd, Kevin Windham, guys like that were in this game and not in, well, Dowdy was in the EA Sports Supercross game, but just guys like that, you know, they had to do individual deals to get those guys into the game. So, but kind of cool to go back and see that they were in games. They just weren't in, you know, the Supercross games at that time. So interesting little tidbit right there. But it was fun. It's just wide open. Like, that's why, to me, this game wasn't that fun compared to the Supercross, EA Sports Supercross, and kind of Supercross Circuit too, because it's really just like a push forward game. Like, just turn and never let off the throttle and then win the race and you're done. And I had the AI set on pretty low difficulty. They're much more difficult than this if you want them to be, but I do remember it being kind of simple back then. So that's Spring Creek. Do I want to do another track, or do I want to check out the track editor? Maybe let's do another track. All right, we're going to do one more Supercross track here. I think that this was Houston. Whoa, AI is aggressive to start things off here. Oh, we got a triple jump right there. Oh, and then I absolutely rammed into the No Fear Tough blocks right there. They're probably hay bales back then. But we're playing as Kevin Windham. I don't remember if there's like a strategy to hit the whoops better. I'm trying to lean back, but I don't think that really does anything worth of anything. See if we can triple over some of these guys' head. Get in the mix here, make some block passes. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. We're all over the place. And down the inside. Oh, and then into those same tough blocks again. See, if I was playing this game back when I was 7, that would have irked me to no end. That the tough blocks are like hanging onto the track, or the hay bales are hanging onto the track. Although I guess it's kind of accurate to Supercross, because they're not all in a straight, perfect line like it may visually look like it. If you ever actually got down onto a Supercross track and looked in a rhythm lane or a whoop section, you'll realize that the tough blocks are always just a little bit like, some stick out, some go, you know, a little bit further out of the track. And so you're kind of constantly riding a very razor thin edge of the track. I mean, the Dirtworks track crew actually does a pretty good job of mixing it up a little bit, but yeah, it's not always just like perfect straight line for the tough blocks. We finally got away from these guys a little bit. We're doing some doubles. Nice big finish line double right here. I think it's kind of funny that the way that they did the physics in this game, that every takeoff has to be much bigger than the landing. Like, there's no straight up like double jump that the takeoff and landing are the same height. I don't know if like that's just how it was made or what, but you'll notice like this triple face, it's like yacht and then a tiny little landing, And then the same with the finish line double, which, I mean, you know, to some people that don't know like old-timey Supercross, you might think, oh, maybe that's accurate to the time. No, by the year 2000, Supercross was as Supercrossy as it gets, perhaps. Like, there was huge rhythm sections. Some of the more creative rhythm sections of all time were in this era. Much more dirt was being used than is used now, so they were having like huge plateau sections and big, like, just huge tabletops like in the middle of the track and stuff like that. But also, yeah, genuinely, it was much more rhythm type racing by the year 2000. So it wasn't like it was in the 80s where it's just like ski jumps to flat and stuff like that. It definitely was more what I would call modern Supercross by the year 2000. But I mean, I don't know. I think that it's just the sign of the times. It's a PS1 game. Not everything is going to be completely realistic about it. Okay, so let's take a look at the track editor here, and I want to see what do we do to start. Like, is there a start line, start finish, I guess? But how do I move like this off? What's the down button here? Hold on just a second. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, move piece with the D-pad, place piece with A. Select piece with B, and then rotate left and right, see through piece, delete piece, and then change camera. Okay. All right, let's try to make this work here. So it would be like this. Okay, so we're going to do a start finish piece here. We'll place that like that. And then we got to go back into here. So let's do a straight. Place that 3 times. Go back into here. Got a berm. But how do I flip it is the question here. All right, how do we flip it? Oh, we can change the camera view, but then how do we... So that... Oh, there we go. Okay, so we got that. And we'll place. And then we'll do another one like that and place. And then change that camera view again. There we go. We'll go back to here. We got a super jump. Got a narrow section, tabletop, double low, jump low, offset low, jump medium, offset high. Let's place this guy here. And then, let's see. S-curve. Got bumps. Let's do a tabletop here. And then super jump. How did I flip it again? Like that. And then place that. So I want to see, well, we could do a test here actually. Let's do a straightaway, but maybe like side bumps, I guess. And then go back to here, and then go to our super jump, and then flip that around like this. Boom. And then I want to test and see if we can just jump that gap right there. But we got to, first we got to go back and finish off our berm. Like this, and then we flip that around, like so. Like so. And then we go back to here. And then let's just do some gnarly whoops to the finish here. Just right out of a berm. Whoops, whoops, and done. Okay, so now what do I do here? We save track. And save it. Okay. And then let's test drive. Here we go. Oh, sound audio on tracks are a little bit rough. Double, big double. Oh, nope, coming up short. You got to get a better run at it. But it does seem doable. You got a better run at it. Either way, I mean, I'm not going to like go and, spend a lot of time trying to finish this track, but that's pretty cool that for this time, like, we had a fairly legit track editor. I mean, there was also a pretty good track editor in Excitebike 64, which I've already covered in a previous video. And yeah, this is Jeremy McGrath Supercross 2000. If you guys want to see more in this game, you want to see me do a couple more things, let me know. Happy to do a couple more things in the game, have a little bit more fun with it. But either way, appreciate you guys stopping by and watching here today on the channel. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about this game or anything you want to talk about, let us know in the comment section below, and we'll see you guys in the next one. So long for now. If you liked that video, be sure to subscribe to the channel for much more motocross gaming content.